taking it. Ladies, good work. Good work.
I'm like wearing your school colors.
I know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like the effeminate guy that leads the cheerleaders, you know, in the big floppy sweater. You know?
With the megaphone. Go team!
Yes, exactly.
All right, set up Pulp Fiction for us. Give us a quick little rundown so we can get to the clip of it.
Basically, what the deal is, it's a crime film that takes place in Hollywood, not the industry, the town.
Right.
And it involves this whole group of motley characters, all right? And there's like 3 separate stories in the movie, but the same characters float in and out of each story. So by the end of the movie, you don't feel like you've seen 3 stories. You feel like you've seen like one story about a community of characters.
I thought was really well done. It wasn't. I didn't think it was contrived at all. It was really well done. And this is a scene. It's Travolta.
This is
Samuel Jackson.
Travolta and Sam Jackson, just kind of like they're on their way to like blow away a couple of guys. So they're just having like the normal like conversations you might have on the way to work.
On your way to blowing away a couple of guys. Here it is from Pulp Fiction.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
I mean, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what a quarter pounder is.
And what do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
What do they call a Big Mac?
Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac. What do they call a Whopper?
I don't know. I didn't go on a Burger King.
That's the part that I love.
Well, I don't know what was going on with that clip, but
we had to drop out every now and again. Is that the stuff that's really important to you? Like these mundane conversations that hitmen do? Are these conversations that you have with people?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing is, I think that's what everybody talks about more or less. You know, it's like you know, you never talk about brand X. You always like, you know, say, man, if I had some lava, I could really wash my hands and get this stuff off. You know, or like, you know, when people, I mean, people say, well, you talk about pop culture all the time. Well, it's a shared language.
Right.
That we all have, you know, and like for instance, like when you go to the movies over the weekend, when you come back into work on Monday morning, you talk about what you saw.
Right.
All right. You see you know, you watch the Jon Stewart show.
Really?
You know, on Wednesday night, and you come into the work the next day and go, man, that's Jon Stewart, man. He's rad.
Quentin, I think I'm falling for you. I don't know what's going on here. It is. What amazes me is you take that. That's what breaks the tension in your movies, because you have these really intense moments broken by a great conversation about a Big Mac.
Yeah, well, they're not just gangster guys talking a bunch of gangster, yeah, sure, Louis, bring him in the back, you know, it's not that stuff, you know. It's like they're like, hey, my wife is coming home, and you can't bring him in the back because she's going to divorce me.
Right.
You know?
That was you acting in the film as well. You have a nice role. Did you sleep with the director?
Yeah, well, yes, I gave him a job. 31 years on it.
Would you
Every
just,
night.
Excuse me 1 second. Did you guys pick any of that up? I don't want any lawsuits. That's all I'm talking about. What about if you were going to be in a movie by another director? Who would it be?
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
Question.
Really?
Yeah, very good question.
One.
Jon Stewart, one. Let me see. Who would it be? Actually, of living directors right now.
Yeah. Or dead. Okay.
Well, dead directors, I'd be digging on being in a Sergio Leone movie.
Sergio Leone.
That would be cool.
No, I don't even know that guy.
You know Sergio Leone?
No.
Fistful
I know Sergio Valenti, but he didn't direct any.
No, Fistful of Dollars, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Okay, great,
Once Upon a Time in the West, Once Upon a Time in America.
That's Sergio Leone.
That's Sergio Leone. Yes.
That guy.
You know, I always
stupid.
forget him and Richard Donner. They don't sound alike, but I get them
But
confused.
it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Let's say I was going to be in one of your movies. Let's say Reservoir Dogs.
Right.
Let's say I'm lucky enough to get in there. Who am I? Pink,
there.
purple, brown.
Mr. Aqua Green. No. No. I'm joking. I would actually, let me see. If I was going to cast you in, I would cast you as Mr. Blonde.
I'd be Mr. Blonde.
You would be
Thank
Mr.
you very
Blonde,
much.
man.
I appreciate that.
Can you do the stuck in the middle with you dance?
Oh man,
You
that
seen
was
the movie?
most-
You said you've seen it.
Yeah, absolutely. I can do
it.
I can do this. Yeah. Or he's just going like this.
1, 2. Well, I don't know what I came here tonight. I got the feeling there's something ain't right.
And then he jumps on and gets a zero. And it takes a zero. That was my favorite scene.
That's my favorite scene too.
That's a scene that I can never hear that song again without just going,
well, see, that's the mark of using a song right in a movie. You know, it's like you should make it so like you. I don't know if the song. I don't know if Jerry Rafferty appreciates it that much, but that you should always like kind of see Michael kind of just doing his little dance in there. It's like it's like funny. I remember like in the movie Dirty Dancing, they used the Ronettes like "Be My Baby," and then they go, What the hell are they? That's the opening theme to Mean Streets.
Right.
That's like Mean Streets song. How can they use that?
And yet the final scene of that movie, very moving.
Oh yes, very much so. You know,
When he lifts her in the air, you really,
it was like
right here.
It brought ice castles back to me
It
like
really
that,
did.
man.
That's true.
I had a Lynn Holly thing.
Recommend, like, one, very quickly, just a great director, sort of obscure, that you think we should all be renting his movies and doing that stuff.
Oh, you know, you keep coming with these
I got a million of
filmic
them.
questions. Well, actually, let me see. Well, some films that I dig on, that I think people should definitely watch, is one, I'm a big Pam Grier fan.
Right.
All right, I'm a big Pam Grier fan. I mean,
Sure.
she's like the queen of all women. All
Super
right?
bad.
Super bad. Super bad. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Foxy. Well, this director, Jack Hill, all right, did both Coffee and Foxy Brown.
Right.
They're great movies. They're absolutely fantastic. The movie Rolling Thunder, all right, starring William Devane and Tommy Lee Jones, all right. That is, I think, one of the greatest action films of all time. It's the greatest combination of action film and character study I've ever seen.
All right, great. And that's a high recommendation coming from you. Those are the top of the Quentin Tarantino list.
That would be top, tip top.
Tremendous. Quentin, thank you very much
Hey,
for
man.
coming by.
Thanks a
Really
lot.
enjoyed it. Pulp Fiction opens across the country October 14th.